Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's session, we will dive into one of the most common and powerful tasks in Pandas, that is joining data frames using Pandas merge method. Whether you are analyzing sales transactions, employee performance or healthcare claims, joining multiple datasets is a skill you will use all the time. So let's explore how merge works with the different types of the join types such as left join, right join, inner join and full outer joins. In Pandas, merge lets you combine two data frames based on one or more common columns, just like SQL joins. The basic syntax looks something like this: pd.merge data frame 1, data frame 2 on certain column keys and the join type. So df and df2 are the data frames on the key column for joining data frames, and how the type of the join, which can be inner, left, right or outer, depends upon the type of the problem you are trying to solve. We will start by creating two simple data frames, one for the employees and one for the departments. I have already wrote the code here, and this is how our data looks like: employees, and this is department data set. Notice something: some employees don't exist in the department data frames, like Emma, Frank and Grace, and then there are employees 108 and 109 in departments that do not exist in the employees list. This is the perfect setup for us to understand how each join type behaves. Let's start with inner joins. It only keeps rows that exist in both data frames. Let's do an example and see how does it work. Inner underscore join equal to pd.merge employees and department on equal to employees under emp underscore id, and you have to mention here how equal to inner. Let's run the code. Let's see the output: inner underscore join. As you can see here, only employees 101, 102 and 104 appear because they exist in both tables, employees as well as in department table. Inner join is your go-to when you only care about matching data. For example, when you want to see which employees have department records. Now let's move on to a left join. It keeps all the records from the left data frame and brings matching one from the right. Let's do an example and see how does it work. Let me copy and paste this piece of code because not much is going to change. Let me change left underscore join here, pd.merge, and here we have to change from inner to left, and that's it. We have to make sure that what type of the join we would like to have to analyze our data. So in this particular case, since we want to do a left join, my employees table becomes the left table or primary table here, and department is the right table or the secondary table. Let's run the code. Let's see the output: left underscore join. And you can see here you have all the employees ID 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. All the employees IDs are here, and where you do not have a matching record from the department table, you are seeing nulls. Otherwise, if there is a matching record, you have all the information from the department table. Next is the right join. It is complete opposite to the left join. In this type of the join, it keeps all the rows from the right data frame and bring matches from the left. Let's do an example. Again, I'm copying and pasting the code here, and let me make some necessary changes. And how I'm going to change it from left to right. Let's run the code. Let's see the output: right underscore join. Now we see two additional records 108 and 109 which exist only in the departments table. So here you can see in the departments table you have only 5 records: 101, 102, 104, 108 and 109. So you can see here all the employees ID where the department has the employees ID of 108 and 109 also, they are present there. This type of the join is useful when your focus is on the right hand data. For example, you want to ensure all the department records are kept even if the employee list is not complete. Finally, the outer joins. It is the most comprehensive one. It is going to combine everything from both the data frames. Let's do an example. Outer underscore join equal to, and I will change it to outer. Let's run the code. Outer underscore join, and let's see the output. You will see all employees and all departments with nans where data doesn't overlap. Outer joins are great for reconciliation and audits when you want to see all possible records and identify what's missing from each side. There are various parameters in Pandas merge method which will come in handy when you are dealing with messy data. Let's assume if your data frames don't share the same column names for the keys, and that is where left underscore on and right underscore on parameter will come in handy. Let's do an example and see that. Let's say for department table, I am going to change the name for a common key which is emp underscore id to employee id in place equal to true. Let's run the code. Let's see the output. And here you can see our employee ID which was emp underscore id earlier, it has changed to employee underscore id. You can see in the beginning the name of the column was emp underscore id and I have changed it to employee underscore id. In such situation, if you would like to join both the data frames, how we are going to do it? Let me copy this piece of code. New underscore join. Let me change it to inner. Left underscore on equal to emp underscore id. Whereas right underscore on equal to employee underscore id. emp underscore id is coming from employees table and employee underscore id is coming from the department table, and on the basis of these keys we would like to join a data frame. Let's see the output. New underscore join. And you can see here you have got the same output what you have got for the inner underscore join. However, you can see you have an additional column this time, employee underscore id, which is coming from the department table. One of my favorite parameters is indicator equal to true in Pandas merge method. It adds a new column called underscore merge that tells you where each row has come from. Left underscore only, right only, or both. Let's see an example. Let me copy this. Merge indicator equal to true. Let's run the code and let's see the output. And you can see here it has created a new variable called underscore merge, and you can see the data has come from both the tables. One can also merge using multiple columns as keys. Just pass a list to either on, left underscore on, or right underscore on. Here you can see this is the syntax which you are going to use to join the data frames on multiple columns. pd.merge df1 df2 on, and here I have passed the list of the columns which are common in both the tables, and then whatever the join type you would like to use on the basis of your objective. This is useful when you need a more specific match, for instance joining on both let's say employee ID and department to prevent duplicates. And that wraps up our deep dive into Pandas merge method. In the next video we will explore concat and other ways to combine data frames. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next session.